Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. She tells him she's in church, but she doesn't go. Still, she's on her knees.
All right, just finished the run. I've been running a 5K every Monday leading up to the 5K that I'm running on this Saturday, kind of just as a gut check, kind of, go all out for, the distance that I'm going to run on Saturday. I wouldn't say I went, all out balls to the wall today because I know that I will be doing that on Saturday. The goal is sub 20, and that is not going to be an easy attempt. Today I ran 7-minute pace, and sub 20 has got to be it's like 6:30 pace, and I've done 20 minutes, 20 seconds twice. I did that the last 2 weeks. So I'm hoping with a little bit of a better carb up and, adrenaline of race day, that I can hit that, but we're going to see. Right now, I just opened my computer, and I'm going to do a little bit of analysis for the national championship that is tonight, and then get a little bit more work done, and then I'm going to go to the gym, and, pretty much day off today. No classes today because it's a holiday, and I might do something with my friends later, like go to an escape room or something. I think that's the plan. But, yeah, I'm going to work on this. I guess one other thing, tough loss for me yesterday as a Ravens fan, and I'm from upstate New York, so all my friends are Bills fans. Very winnable game, in my opinion, but the Ravens kind of shot themselves in the foot in the playoffs again. Mark Andrews, that was rough. Lamar started off horrible, but it really settled in, so that was cool to see him kind of fight back, but it was too little too late, which sucks. So it definitely stings right now, but next week I will still, even though they just beat the Ravens, I will definitely be rooting for the Bills. Being my hometown team, I still root for them, and who wants to see the Chiefs win? So, yeah, gut punch to me, but we move. All right, so taking a break from getting some work done, filmed some content, and did some school stuff, but now I'm gonna kind of mentioned in the last video, I've been trying to read more. Right now I'm reading the 48 Laws of Power. Very interesting book. It's kind of about 48 different laws to, get further in life in terms of gaining power. It's very interesting, and you can apply it to different, career stuff in your life, relationship stuff in your life. But you definitely have to read it with a grain of salt. You have to kind of take it as it is and know the angle it's coming from, because if you followed all these laws to a T, you would probably be a complete asshole. You'd be a jerk. One of the rules is, let people do work for you, but then always take the credit. It's like, bro. But, there's also some interesting stuff that I think is helpful. And I don't know, it's just interesting, and it goes through historical examples of all of the ways people have gained power through these different strategies. So I'll probably do this for a little bit. And then one thing I do for 2 minutes every day is I'm trying to learn how to play the ukulele. So just trying to, challenge my brain in different ways, but especially while I have this extra time on my hands until hopefully I get this internship and job coming. But just school, and now I'm trying to stay productive while I have school, and I'm kind of waiting on that, extra massive workload and building habits where when I get a lot busier, I can still do the things that, I want to work on. So that's important to me. All right, protein yogurt bowl with blackberries is done. That's a pre-workout meal. I'm going to go lift here in a second. But before I go, one thing I wanted to talk about. I'm just going to throw this out there. I think we are, as a society, overall addicted to food. And that sounds crazy because food is something you essentially need to survive. But the way we are fed, we are addicted to food. Even as I was just finishing this bowl, it tastes really good, right? My stomach is full, and that is all I need to fuel myself to go work out. But I was like, I wish I had more of this. And, if you replace it with anything else that isn't, food, you'd be like, oh, if you can't stop, you are addicted to this. And I truly think all the things, the chemicals that are put into the majority of our foods are designed to do that, to be addictive. And that's not even an opinion. That's a well-known fact. So I think the sooner we can come to terms with the fact that we are addicted to food, and in reality, we need so much less food than we think. The average person, has breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And it's just not needed at all. And then that's why, our country is obese. And I operated like that for a very long time. And it wasn't until I finally got really sick of being fat that I lost a bunch of weight and gone down this rabbit hole. And it's taken me 5 years to get to where I even am now. And I'm still addicted to food. But it's helpful to at least understand that so you can kind of work through a little bit your own thoughts when you're in those moments. I'm in a cut right now. Last night, I will not lie, I was watching football with my friends, and I knew I was not going to be eating perfectly because I was going to my friend's house and their family was making all this food. So I planned accordingly ahead. I got my protein in. It was all whole foods. I think all I really ate was Greek yogurt, some fruit, and then some eggs. So I planned it. That's all I ate leading up to the day. And then they just had snacks throughout the day, and they had nachos, and then at the end they had pizza. And I had 2 pieces of pizza. And I was sitting there thinking wow, back in the day I would have just kept eating more and more pizza, it tastes good, blah, blah, blah. But I was I am completely satisfied from a hunger standpoint. It's all just cravings in my body wanting to taste, pizza. And, did I do perfectly like I wanted? I was kind of upset after the Ravens one, and then I, had a couple more like chicken wings or something. But it really wasn't that bad, and I weighed the same, weight this morning as I did the day before, so I really didn't do anything bad. But it made me think like, wow, like we are just so addicted to food. And like even like my first stop being when I was upset the Ravens lost, and it was like, let me eat something. Tying like food to emotion is a whole other aspect of that. And food has just become so much more than what it's supposed to be used for. And like, yes, there's an element of, like fun and like food that you should enjoy. But I think it's important to keep in mind that the vast majority of the time, it should not be like that. And it also made me realize, when there's a way that I would like to eat, very healthy, maintain, to feel really good, and then use the occasions that pop up, smartly. Like, why should I ever have to get like a McDonald's cheeseburger or something? Or like cheap fast food, or like vending machine cheap, like fast food that's super processed. Like, I would never want to use fast food as like my cheat meal anymore. I'd rather have it be like at a super nice restaurant that's like really, good quality food. All these thoughts have just been going through my head, and, it really stemmed from my own kind of realization that I am addicted to food. And I think that is a broad societal problem that I think needs to be fixed. And it looks like more and more people are waking up. And it's not like, I've been, perfect for a very long time. This is stuff that I've been trying to learn and rewire my brain myself. So anyway, that's kind of my rant for today. I just finished this up. I'm going to make my pre-workout and head to the gym. So I'll try and record in there. All right, hopefully you can hear me over the heater's going off here. It's freaking freezing here. It was 25 degrees when I ran this morning. Thought I moved down south for the warmer weather, but here we are. But I quickly wanted to go over something I'm thinking about changing in terms of my split slightly. So I kind of talked about it in the last video. I had 4 lifts last week, and the 4th one was just terrible. Like, I had no energy on this cut. And it was the 4th day in a row of lifting because I knew I was going to not be able to get another one in on the weekend. So that might be part of why I was so fatigued and tired. But what I might try to do this week is, instead of doing upper, lower, I might do upper, lower, and then full body on the 3rd day and only have 3 lifts. Because I think 3 lifts is enough to, maintain the muscle mass. And then what I can do is just kind of do, but the first 2 days won't change at all. But then that 3rd day, I'll kind of take the most important things that I want to get done from both workouts, or things that I can't get to all in one day, and just move it to that 3rd day and be kind of full body. So it'll be like a, like a hack squat and a shoulder press and, like rear delts or something like that. And like a hamstring. I don't know. I gotta kind of play with that a little. But I think I'm gonna do that this week and see how that feels. Because my 4th workout last week, really, I was thinking about it, like, it was really terrible, and I just, like, did not want to be there at all. But, anyway, I'm going to stop in here and get a energy drink. I think something that I kind of like to do on a cut is, it's not the healthiest thing with energy drinks and diet soda, but, it helps a lot where, like, you lose a lot of enjoyment from food, like as I was talking about, when you're eating so much less and very clean. But I think it kind of helps me to have, like, certain things in the day to look forward to, when you can kind of be like, all right, I am not going to, worry about not having to eat for another hour, but I'll break up the time because after that I know I get this, And it's like I'm tired and don't really feel like going to the gym, but what's going to get me out the door is, I'll get an energy drink, and that'll taste good. So I'm going to get it and, maybe give it a little review or something. All right, let's do it. All right, good lift. Now I'm back having a post-workout meal, which is, let me set you up here, very simple. 4 pasteurized eggs with some pickled onions, and then a new hot sauce I'm trying, buffalo-style Tabasco. Really good lift. One thing I noticed is I actually feel like I got a really good pump today, which is interesting because you normally don't when you're on a, aggressive cut and you're not getting a lot of carbs. But I did today. Maybe it's because I had a little bit extra food. But regardless of the little extra food yesterday, and the scale not necessarily like flying down, I know I had that big jump kind of down in weight, but then it kind of went back up, so now I'm like 187-ish. I feel like I'm looking visibly leaner, so I'm very happy with that. I feel like I got, it was actually a very good workout after a few, not very good ones in a row. So I'm feeling great, but I got to eat this quick, shower, and then get together with my friends. So maybe I'll get some clips while I'm in there. Maybe I won't, but yeah, meal 2 going down. Peace.
Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. And can you hear the sound of hysteria?
All right, we got dinner. So we got 8 ounces ground beef, 200 grams potatoes, 2 eggs. Favorite meal of the day, best bite of the day. And so unfortunately, my friends and I did not escape the escape room. It was actually kind of hard, but anyway, it was very fun. When I was serving, I had to come back, eat this, and then I'm gonna watch the national championship. I posted a full breakdown on Instagram of my thoughts on it, but long story short, I think Ohio State's gonna roll. So maybe this ages poorly. Maybe by the time I post this, Notre Dame won. But I think Ohio State has the guys up front on offense and defense to kind of, play with Notre Dame, and then it's a massive mismatch where Ohio State has the best receiving core in the country, and Notre Dame, let's just say they do not. But anyway, I'm gonna finish this up. I think one thing I wanted to touch on too, in terms of the aggressive cut as a whole, it's very important to kind of realize that weight with water weight and whatever maybe fluctuates a lot, where you might be in a deficit and losing fat, but because of the way, your body holds water and digestion and all that, your weight, can sometimes take like a long time to actually show on the scale, even though you're already getting leaner and losing fat. And that can be very discouraging for people. I remember people sadly being in a deficit when I was doing nutrition coaching, and the scale wouldn't move, and they get really discouraged, and that would cause them to go off the diet. And my weight hasn't been moving the last couple of days. After that big kind of drop I had, it even went back up. But I know that I'm getting leaner because I know that I'm in a deficit. So it's just kind of a message that if you are dieting, like you're in a deficit, keep staying with it. And because that's even plays into why I don't necessarily recommend that everyone does an aggressive cut like this, because you have to be in it for the long haul. I don't think the average person who doesn't really have experience dieting can just eat the same exact thing, 1,700 calories for 7-8 weeks straight, and be perfect on 95% of those days. I think I have enough experience to do that, which is why I'm doing it. But a lot of people can't. Like, you have to realize that the only way this is going to work is if you stick with it for a longer period of time. So anyway, that's just kind of some encouragement to stick with it if you're trying to do something similar like this. But also if you're trying to form a plan for it, realize that it's something you have to stick with. And, if you have experience dieting, then I think it's something you can look into. But if you don't, it might be pretty hard. I don't know if I'm ending the video here or not, because I didn't really get gym footage today. So I might try to record in the gym a little bit tomorrow when I hit legs. But if I don't, peace out. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
The subliminal mind fuck America.